Hello guys, another wonderful day in Norwich. It's actually really nice today, another hot day. I'm not sure if it's, what is it? Let me have a look. It says in the car, how many degrees is it? About 28 degrees or something, probably 30 degrees. Nice. As long as it doesn't get too hot. I don't like it when it gets really hot. Um, the news today. I know I said I shouldn't be watching this stuff because it's quite negative, you know. It stresses you out, which brings your immune system down. Um, the thing is, when you hear these stories, you have to take note. Of course, you know, afterwards you have to do about 2 hours meditation just to calm yourself down. And the thing is, if I make a video about me meditating and talking about the sweet things in life, you know, it gets about 100 views. If I talk about something controversial, we get 700 views. It might not sound like much or a few thousand views, but makes a difference between making £1 and making like £20. So those are the actual figures, by the way. This month I've made £10, 34 or something with all the videos I've made. It's not a lot, but you know, I just kind of keep the channel going just to see how I feel. Um, the problem is sometimes with your channel is you're kind of slave to the algorithm or a slave to the audience and what they want. So if you want to talk about meditation, you have to start up a new channel, and then you realize it's not really worth it financially, and all the stress that you get, you know, all the trolls and stuff. Yeah, I got a troll comment yesterday. One guy saying, "You're a drain to the people, or drain into the country." Obviously, he hasn't seen any of not many of my videos, and yeah, probably just seen one video where I say I'm not working for a boss. You know, obviously this person has got just like 2 or 3 brain cells. You know, just because you don't work for a boss and you haven't worked in many years, it doesn't mean you claim off the dole, or you haven't actually had a business where you paid into the system and paid into the pool of money. Talk about all these bloody people whose parents or themselves have never paid into the pool, and they get luxury hotel accommodation, mobile phones. You know, I've seen I've seen guys, you know, interviewed or video of these migrants. You know, they call them a nice name, like as if they're not criminals. They are criminals. These guys have broken into the country, and it's as if you can break into the country, you can trespass. Trespass is not an offence. You can come in, as long as you don't do anything. Then it's a problem. Yeah, you see these guys with nice mobile phones. Mine is a 2013 rubbish mobile phone that is mono. You can hear just from one side. I know people complain, but what can I do? What can I do? I'm poor. I'd like to get like the latest Samsung or Galaxy, in case any of you guys feel generous. No, okay, all right. I want to get the latest mobile phone, but it costs £1,200. That's the latest one, latest Galaxy. But you know, I can't afford it. You see these guys with the latest like bloody iPhone or Galaxy or whatever. They've got nice new clothes. The clothes that I have are old. They're so old that there's holes in them, and like I don't know, the flies or whatever. They make holes, don't they? And they get bigger and bigger. And I patch them up with a different color thread. A lot of my clothes are like 10, like 20 years old. This is something that my was given to my dad, and I'm just wearing it. You know, I can't afford to buy anything else. This I bought on Amazon for 10 quid because I was having problems with my eyes. Not to look cool or anything, because the amber protects your eyes from UV maybe, but also blue light. You know, when you look at the TV, well, the computer and mobile phone, and you get eye strain. So I haven't been able to go to the dentist for 6 years. I wonder why. Because you can't get an appointment anymore. You have to go private, so I have to pay for my appointments. I have to pay for my the medicine that I get. And anyway, replying to that guy, there's no point replying to trolls because they just come in, they say something, and then leave. What's the point? I'm not going to waste my time or energy anyway explaining to people. They can think what they want. But anyway, yeah, the news today, there was one of these illegal immigrants. I'm not going to call them migrants. They're illegal immigrants who've come here. Some people call them boat bastards. Yeah, I should call them that as well. It sounds a bit cruel, but that's what they are. They come over here illegally and they get like put into nice hotels, like fucking snooker table, like pool tables, nice food. You know, why are they treated so well? Why? And the ordinary person is not treated like this. I bet you if they wanted a dental appointment, they can go in immediately. I've been waiting 6 years. My teeth are screwed and it causes problems. I keep getting infections and I have to take antibiotics, which destroys my stomach, destroys my gut. Apparently, if you take antibiotics, it can kill a bacteria that will never grow again. But it really does seem that there's a two-tier system and they favor these people, even the police as well. Like the police of the past, maybe you can trust. The police now, they're all woke. They get with the program basically, and a lot of them are crap. I never used to think like this about the police. Always respect the police, always like the police. But now they're so fucking woke. So woke. Before I tell you about today's story, the BNP was legally elected, how do you say? Brain fog now. But they were a legal party, right? And I'm sure in the past, if you wanted to be a police officer, you had to state that you were not part of the BNP party or something like that. They ask you this question. I wonder if nowadays they ask you if you're, allied to Black Lives Matter or any kind of left wing like Labour, or they won't. In fact, if you bend the knee or if you're part of the BLM or whatever, you actually get in first. So it's strange, isn't it? That's actually a legal party. Although it was a legal party, if you were a police officer, you weren't allowed to be a police officer if you were part of the party. If you're a member, if you're a member of like Labour or something like that, you would be allowed. Anyway, it's strange. It's not strange really. It's like, as people say, it's two-tier policing, two-tier laws, two-tier government. They're trying to push society. They will eventually do that, or they're going to try and do that. And when I say they, is government and the people that control the government. You see, they can't do it now because the population will revolt. And there'll be a big fucking problem because the police, how many thousands of police do you have? Compared to how many millions of people you have. So they can't really, you can say they enslave you through taxes and this and that. But what they're trying to do is, like some people say, replacement. They can't really do it now. So they have to do it slowly. But it seems to be ramping up. But anyway, I think people are seeing more and more the like the two-tier system or the two-tier way of thinking. So the story today is about one of these illegal immigrants from what is it, Canary? Is it Canary Wharf or one of these places where they have them now? These luxury places. He was a black guy with a hood, like a checkered kind of hood, a fucking evil face, really. His eyes were popping out like that. He trespassed. He went inside an elderly woman's house, a black lady, and I think she's blind as well. And luckily, her daughter, I think, who'd just come out of the hospital, she wasn't well herself. She came to clean up the house, and luckily, she caught him, and he ran away. He ran away from the house, and these two guys, the two white guys in a car, tried to stop him. They actually did stop him. They detained him. They didn't touch him or anything. They detained him. The police arrived, and they explained everything that happened, that he went into this woman's house, this elderly woman's house, and obviously the woman's scared, the lady's scared, the daughter's scared, and yeah, what did the police do? They said we can't arrest him because he hasn't committed a crime, because he just trespassed. They said something like, if your door is open, anybody can go into your house. It's not a crime. And so they said, okay, can we go into, like where they have all these boat bastards, where they have all these guys. They said, can we go into that house? Yeah, sure, you can. But when they tried to go in there, they said they closed, and they barricaded. They said, if you try to get in, you'll be arrested. So there is a two-tier system. Definitely there is it seems like this. So this migrant, this illegal bastard, can go inside this black woman's house, this elderly blind woman's house, right? God knows what he would have done if the daughter wasn't there. Raped her, robbed her. What is he going in there for? So basically, it's the same thing. A woman in, was it the East End of London, or she went to I think she had cancer. She went to see her sister who had cancer, a pensioner, a lady. This family, I don't know if they were fucking Romanians or gypsies or whatever, went into the house. I'm not sure if they broke into the house or they broke into the house, I think. And they took over the house. They squatted. She came back, and basically she's not allowed to go into her own fucking house. And the police said it's a civil matter. It's nothing to do with us. They fucking, they just clean their hands of it. So, like, she has to go to, like, a court just to get, I mean, they might completely wreck the place, and then what happens? You don't know where the fuck they are. They can just disappear because they're illegal. I don't know. If a person came into my house, and I've got my fucking dogs, that will make sure they don't come into the house. And that's the problem. The police are bastards. If you leave your door open and someone comes in, it's not a crime. Yeah, but if you leave your fucking door open, one cunt comes into the house and my dogs bite one of those guys, then it's a fucking crime. It doesn't make sense. What the fuck is he doing in my house in the first place? Shouldn't his rights be left outside the door at the gate where my property begins? My castle, as the English say. Oh, Englishman in his castle. You have your castle there. It's yours. You've got your dogs there, your wife, your children. So if one of these guys just comes into the house and starts playing with your daughter, for example, it's not a crime. In my mind, it's a fucking crime. It's a fucking crime. And the thing is, if you get angry and knock one of these guys out, you are in trouble. And that's what I mean. The police and the government hate you. They fucking hate you. Because a police and a government that love you, that care about its own people, wouldn't act like this. This is the way it would act. Illegal immigrant comes to the house. You've committed a crime. So, you should either leave or you'll be arrested. And illegal immigrant or someone comes into the house, walks around the house, and the owner fucking beats him up because the person didn't want to leave, it feels threatened, he should be like seen as a fucking hero. And the person, after being beaten up, should be then fucking arrested and thrown in jail and deported and beaten up by the police as well before he got deported. The police nowadays don't do that. They don't do that. They don't beat people up. Like in the 70s, fucking hell, if the police caught you doing something, you get put in the back of one of those blue vans and beaten up. You get a good kicking. They probably still do it, but to a lesser, a lot lesser degree. They definitely don't do it to black people. They do it to white people because, you know, it's the other way around, isn't it? That the police aren't racist anymore. They're racist towards whites. Yeah, so what do you think about that story? This illegal immigrant today, he walked into an elderly lady's house, a blind lady, and luckily her daughter came to clean the place and chased him away, or, you know, he ran away. She must have left the door open because, you know, she's cleaning up. This guy just fucking walks in. The law should be different. As soon as somebody walks into your house, you have the right to fucking kill them. You'll see that there'll be a reduction in people fucking trespassing into your house. But, you know, the laws favor them doing this kind of stuff. They see it as, okay, we're allowed to walk into people's house. They probably think, what fucking stupid law? In my country, I'll get fucking killed. Here, you're allowed to go to someone's house. If I see anything and if there's no one around, I'm gonna nick something and then fucking leave. Or if there's a woman on her own, a blind woman, she won't even be able to you know, tell the police what I look like. So I might as well, elderly woman, blind. I haven't had it in fucking months. That's the way they might think. And that's how you have to think. You have to think like that. You have to go into the mind of your, not enemy, but potential enemy. Not that they're enemies, they're just like opportunity seekers. They don't care about you. It's not a personal thing. They just want to rob, grape, steal, whatever, kill. I'm not talking about illegal immigrants. I'm talking about any potential rapist, killer, robber, you know. So, and they fall into that category. You don't know where they come from. You don't know if they're criminals, if they've raped, if they've killed. You don't know, because they throw their IDs away, and they're letting these people into the country who may have a criminal record. We just don't know who they are. Imagine allowing people into your house without checking their background, nothing. You're letting these people into your house, and I wonder if these people can bypass all these security checks, you know, and become a teacher, for example, of children. They can be like a PDF file in other countries, but because there's no record, after a year or two or whatever, and after they've claimed asylum, they can go and work with children. Or a rapist can work with women. It's that fucking crazy. They should all be kicked out. Basically, all fucking kicked out. You know, some people might say, yeah, well, you're an immigrant. I'm not an immigrant. I was fucking born here. But my parents migrated from Sicily legally. And my parents never fucking claimed dole. They worked hard. My parents also respected the English and, you know, the English government or whatever, the police. And they always taught me, always respect the English, because they gave us something that our country couldn't give us. In Sicily, it was fucking poor. And my parents had to come here to work. And, you know, there's always that, you know, instead, some people like turn it around and they come from places where they're fucking poor, and England gave them everything. It fucking gave them everything. But they turn it around and say, if it wasn't for us doing all these jobs, cleaning, domestic work and stuff like that, we built the country. My parents were completely the opposite. They said that England gave us everything. It gave us an opportunity to work, an opportunity to earn money and save money and have a house and have a certain standard of living. English people are although they're reserved, a bit cold sometimes, but at least they mind their own business and they're fair and they're, you know, all the good things about England they used to tell me about and teach me, and not teach me, and instill in me. But these people come in, they fucking hate England. They fucking hate whites, and that's the thing. My parents are from Italy, white, Christian. These people are not from our race, the European race. They're coming from fucking Mogadishu, like Cambodia, whatever, Pakistan, all these other countries from a different tribe. And people are tribal in where they come from, and we are all tribal. And so there's an added factor, you know. Let's say people from Europe, if we complain about the English, the fucking English, or the fucking Irish, we complain, but only to a certain point. Like the English might complain about eye ties, fucking eye ties, or Super Mario, or whatever. The English used to complain about the Irish, make jokes about them, like they're stupid and stuff like that. And it's like banter. Apart from what happened in Northern Ireland, yeah. But it usually doesn't get to a certain point where they want to fucking annihilate you. They want to, most Irish people, most English people now get along. And in fact, now, more than ever, they've got a similar problem. Immigration. We're busy fucking fighting against each other, and then you've got a group of people coming here that will fucking invade all of you. So the Irish, for example, and the English, Italians, Spanish, or whatever, all of us have to fucking get together. And the way we can get together is via, people might not like this, Christianity. Because if you have a strong Christian, Christian government, Christian rules, then you've got none of this fucking bullshit, none of this woke bullshit. When you see, like, when I say Catholic, I'm Catholic. I'm a hypocrite because, I wasn't confirmed. I had my first communion and then I had a choice, and I wasn't confirmed. I didn't really like the hypocrisy of some people that I used to see. Like, they go to the church and then afterwards they don't. If there's someone outside, begging, they wouldn't fucking give any money. So I kind of left that life. I didn't see myself as a Catholic anymore. I still saw myself as a Christian. So Christians, whether you're Protestant, Catholic, or I don't know, some other denomination, you still believe in the basics of the Bible, Jesus Christ, Mary. I was going to say Mungo and Mitch, Mary, Joseph, the saints, or the important people in the Bible, the Gospels, and all that. Whether you're Catholic, Protestant, or from another denomination, forget about the fucking differences and think about the thread that unites us. Jesus, Mary, the Gospels, whatever, the Bible, whatever. And this you can unite the whole fucking country. You can even be atheist and just say, go ahead, yeah, I'm Christian, just to keep, the, how do you say, the glue, the fabric of the people together, just because this is what we were when we were strong. Like in the 1920s or whatever, before the World War, everyone went to war. People wanted to go to war. I think people were lying about their age just to go to war, to fight for the country. Nowadays, no one's going to fucking fight for anything. And we were a Christian country. We still are a Christian country. And the only way to get rid of these fucking immigrants coming in is to close the back door. The only way you close the back door is to stop this wokery. The only way you stop this wokery is to have a population that is very strong here, very Christian. Yeah, you guys might not like it. A secular society won't fucking do it. It won't do it unless you have a really strong, like, not far right or extreme far right. You'd have to have super extreme far right to stop this, or a war. Yeah, or the resurgence of Christianity, like traditional Christianity. None of this fucking woke stuff where you see like the a woman priest, fucking lesbian with a white thing here, or a man, a gay man with fucking, or trans with pink hair said, I'm a priest. Oh, fuck yourself. You're not a fucking priest. You know, they should. T- we should go back to the, like the 1940s, 1950s. That time, like in Mussolini. My dad used to tell me that Mussolini, if he saw people with fucking long hair, men especially, you have to fucking cut their fucking hair. You look too much like a fucking communist. Cut their fucking hair. Yeah. Other news today. I should be a newscaster. Imagine one of those newscasters in Jamaica and like spliffing up. This is the news today. It's all right. Everything all right. Imagine. It's a joke. Right. So, what have I got here? Sorry, I've just wrote down so many things here. Yeah, these people coming in, for example, they're helped every step of the way by these NGOs. NGO means non-government organizations, charities, yeah, Rainbow Charity, Immigrants Charity. And who do you think fucking pays for this? You. Where is it? You pay for it. You pay for your own demise through taxes. The government actually pays these people. And then you got people like wonderful people like George Soros. Yes, he's a nice Jewish man who wants to fucking destroy our countries. He wants to the end of borders, open borders everywhere. So you've got people like this who got so much money, have plowed so much money into this. What do you want, Betty? Plowed and are plowing loads of money into this. So you've got people who've got loads of money plowing money into this, and every step of the way, these immigrants are being. It's a big business. They're being helped from step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, all the way here. And when they come here, the government is helping them and putting them into. I was going to say museums. They might do. They might close the museums just to put these guys in. Yeah, they put them into like luxury hotels. Who's paying for it? You and me. Well, I'm not paying for it because I'm not working. Well, I do pay for it through my taxes here on. I pay taxes on YouTube. The little that I do earn, I fucking pay taxes. I had to pay taxes 30% from the States up until recently. So that's why I got no money, because I didn't qualify. I didn't earn a certain amount. So anyway, forget about that. You're paying for that through your taxes. So you pay for them every step of the way coming in here. When they arrive here, the little mobile phone, the nice clothes, you pay for that. You pay for them sleeping in a nice place. And then you've got people who are fucking veterans who went to war in this for this country, who are, they've had problems. They're living on the fucking street. It doesn't make sense, does it? And these guys here are stepping into elderly people's homes, and what they're going to do? Rob? And you're fucking paying for it. We are paying for this stuff. So what I'm saying is, we are allowing this stuff to happen. I mean, you can say, well, it's not our fault. What do we don't know how our money's spent. You fucking know now. You know now that your money is being spent for your own fucking demise. So basically, your money is going to help you be replaced. Yeah, there's at least 15 NGOs, or like a coalition of all these NGOs and charities that help these people come in. When they come in, then you end up paying for them living in your country. Yeah. Now they've got these Islamic summer camps and Islamic training camps, spiritual Islamic training camps, where basically all the women are all dressed up and separated from the men, of course, and they do like archery or God knows what they do. Like, you've got them in this country. You've got these summer camps and training camps, spiritual training camps, in these fucking mansions somewhere in the countryside. What else did I see? Yeah, there was a group of black kids. Was it in Carrigaline? I think it was. They chased a white kid and beat him up. He was bleeding, I think, and there was a white girl like who went on top and basically saved him from being probably killed. I don't know if there's like 20, 30, 40, 50. I don't know how many black kids. I saw the video. I thought, this is fucking disgusting. And the poor guy, he was running across the park. They caught him and they beat him up. And he was bleeding. And, you know, so then in the media, in the Irish media, they said, please don't share this video or talk about it, because they just don't want trouble. But when it happens the other way around, like the George Floyd case, they fucking shout it from the rooftops. They actually shout it from the rooftops, and they want trouble. But when it's the other way around, please don't spread misinformation. Don't share the video or talk about this, you know. And then, like, for example, if a black person or, you know, an immigrant like kills or rapes or something, they might come out afterwards. You've got like the leader of some Islamic church or mosque in the area come, and then a Christian one fucking gay one, and oh yeah, we have to get together in this time, and peace to everyone, you know. When it's the other fucking way around, it's totally different. So you can see the fucking two-tier system, you know, at play. So these guys, these black guys, they tweeted this, and this is allowed. I have to read this, okay? The sooner the Irish white boys accept that they are physically inferior, isn't that racist? Physically inferior, the better for everyone. How many videos we have to post of little white boys rolling around on the ground while their women plead for mercy from a black king? So proud of the Carrigaline Ballincollig black boys. That was a tweet. That's allowed. That's okay. You don't see people coming out saying, please don't share this video, this tweet. No,